Hi, I am Fatima. This video is brought to you by Mafio. Follow us on social media. Let's connect and build together. So today we will start our next topic that is about Bayesian methods in health research. First of all, let me see the contents inside it. Then we will proceed ahead. So just like that, we have Bayesian methods, scenarios, Bayesian framework, practical implementation, preview, elicitation, updating the prior with data, practical implementation, and all that stuff that we will proceed furtherly. So first of all, let me start that what are the Bayesian methods? So our main objective inside is that to understand how Bayesian methods combine prior medical knowledge with data to estimate treatment effects. That is the Bayesian methods we have to study, whose main objective is that to combine our prior medical knowledge with data to estimate the treatment effects. We will see this definition, this objective in detail in furtherly. So first of all, we will raise the question that is why Bayesian methods in health research. So healthcare data often has small sample sizes, uncertainty in treatment outcomes, data from multiple hospitals or groups. Traditional statistics uses only observed data. So Bayesian statistics combine the prior knowledge plus observed data. So initially we just have a prior knowledge, but with the help of a Bayesian methods, we can combine our both concepts, that is prior knowledge plus observed data. What are the applications? Just like clinical trials, drug effectiveness studies, disease risk prediction. Now let me see the scenario in order to clarify the concept. So just like that, researchers study a new drug for reducing the blood pressure. What is the goal here? To estimate the average reduction in blood pressure. That is our main goal. For example, we have data just like 100 mmHg. Patient A, BP reduction is that score, that is 10 mmHg. Then we have a patient B having the 12 mmHg BP reduction. Then we have patient C that has a 9 mmHg BP reduction, and at the end we have patient D that has 11 mmHg BP reduction. Now we will see our Bayesian framework there. So what is our main objective here? If we will see, we want to estimate the true effectiveness of the drug. So what is Bayesian framework here? That is, it allows the rules. So in Bayesian, we have a posterior that is equal to prior into likelihood, that we will see in the example also, that in Bayesian framework our main goal is to obtain the posterior. And what is the posterior? It is the product of our prior into likelihood. So what is the meaning of our posterior belief? So posterior belief is the updated estimate after observing data. It is the updated estimate after observing data. So let's suppose these are the steps inside that analysis, that is define the prior belief, collect the data, update the belief to obtain the posterior distribution. So posterior distribution is the product of, as we studied, the prior into likelihood. So these are the steps in Bayesian analysis. First of all, we have a prior belief, then we have a collected data, and then we update our belief to obtain the posterior distribution. So just like that, we have example here. The prior belief is that BP reduction 10 mmHg, and after the data, first of all, we have prior belief, that is our initial, that is 10 mmHg BP reduction. And what is that after data? Our observation is that 11 mmHg. So what are the prior elicitation? Let me see here. So prior elicitation means defining the initial belief about the parameters before the data analysis. That is, we want to define our initial belief about the parameters before we analyze the data. So just like that, the sources of prior information is previous clinical trials, expert medical knowledge, and historical datasets. For example, earlier studies suggest blood pressure reduction between 8 to 12 mmHg. So the prior mean is 10 mmHg. For example, we have implementation here in order to clarify the concepts, that we have a code here that is in the Python. We have to import pymc as pm. The libraries we have to import. Then we have pm.model as model, and after that we have two variables here, that is bp reduction and prior samples. So if you will see in the code pm.model, it creates a Bayesian model in our code, that is here pm.model. So what it will do, it will create a Bayesian model. Then you will see pm.normal. So what does the, in that code there, pm.normal, so what does it do? It defines the prior distribution. After that we will see here mu 10. So what does that mu is equal to 10? If you will see here, so what does it will do? So it is the expected reduction in blood pressure. That what is the expected reduction in blood pressure? And then we will see here, that is sigma 3. So what does it? It means that representation uncertainty in the belief. And at the end we will see here's, that is sample. So what does it mean? Sample prior predictive. So it generate the possible values from the prior. So this code represent doctor knowledge before analyzing data. That it is a doctor knowledge before analyzing the data. And this is just a little bit practical implementation on it. Now we will see updating prior with data. So first of all, this is the code that represent the doctor knowledge before analyzing. That is the prior. Now we are updating the prior data with the prior with data. So updating prior with data. And what does the prior is? That is doctor knowledge without or before analyzing the data. That what is what the doctor knowledge has before the data we have to feed. Now we have to update the prior with the data. So updating the prior with data after collection the patient data 10, 12, 9, 11 mmHg reduction, we update the prior belief using the observed data. Now we are observing the data. Initially, we didn't observe the data, but now we have to observe the data. This produced the posterior distribution. So now let me see the posterior implementation here. So just like that, we have libraries. First of all, we imported, we make an array here, and now we will see here that we built here model, that is explanation. If you will see that data contains patient measurements, BP effect inside that, if you will see this thing BP effect. So what does it mean? It defines the prior belief. Then OBS represent the observed data. If you will see here, OBS is the observed data. And after that, we have pm.sample. What does that mean? pm.sample means that to runs the Bayesian sampling to estimate the posterior. So what is our result? That posterior estimate may show the average BP reduction is equal to approximately 11 mmHg. So what is the main concept? That the prior and posterior. In prior, if you will see, the doctor analyze before observing the data, and in posterior we have after observation we update our prior. So now let me see the many Bayesian models, as we see, cannot be solved analytically. Therefore, we have to use Markov chain Monte Carlo. So as we know, many Bayesian models cannot solve the analytical concept. So we have to introduce another model here, that is Markov chain Monte Carlo. So what is the purpose here? To generate the samples from posterior distribution. And what is the posterior distribution? Product of a prior into the likelihood. What are the common algorithms here? Just like that, Metro, Police, Hastings, and Give sampling. That are the common algorithms inside it. So let me see a little bit implementation on it. So just like that, we have a Python with model. Trace is equal to pm.sample, and just like that. So what does pm.sample? It runs the model, that is our new model and algorithms, and 2000 samples are generated from posterior. Tune equal to 1000 allow the model to stabilize before sampling. So what we have to do here, that is our model that we have to study now. Implementation that we have seen, trace is equal to pm.sample, 2000, tune is equal to 1000. So pm.sample runs that our model, and 2000 samples are generated from posterior, and tune 1000 allow model to stabilize before sampling. So at the end, let me see the little bit theory about the diagnostics. So Markov chain Monte Carlo diagnostics. So after running Markov chain Monte Carlo, we must verify whether the simulation converged or not. So importance diagnostic methods are to trace the plots, autocorrelation plots, affect the sample size. So our goal is to ensure correctly represent the posterior distribution. So this is called Markov chain Monte Carlo diagnostic, that we must verify whether the simulation converged or not after running our Monte Carlo Markov chain Monte Carlo. After that, we have a implementation here that we just import some libraries, and let me see. First of all, we have average is used for Bayesian diagnostics. So plot underscore trace, what it will do, it will visualize the parameters across the iterations. And if we will see, put trace plot values fluctuate around a stable region. Just like that, 10.8, 11.0, 11.1, 10.9. So this indicates model convergence. What does it mean? You will see model values fluctuate around a stable region. Now let me see hierarchical models. So hierarchical models, if we will see, so it is just like health research often involves group data. As we see, there is a group data mostly in the health researches. For example, patient treated in different hospitals. Each hospitals may have different doctors, equipments, treatment quality, overall treatment effect, group specific effects. So what are scenario here? For example, study recovery rates after surgery. So hospital A has 70% of the data about the recovery rates. Hospital B has 70%, hospital C has 73%. So instead of analyzing each hospital separately, hierarchical model as to estimation overall recovery rate and hospital level variation. For example, we have little bit implementation here, that is with model as hierarchical model. Then we have overall mean, then we have a hospital effect, and then we have recovery, and at the end we have a trace. So what does these means? First of all, we have a overall underscore mean. So what does overall underscore mean here means? So it basically represent the global treatment effect. And if you will see hospital underscore effect, so what does it mean? It variations across the hospital. It means the variation across the hospitals. And shape equal to 3. So what does it means? That it represent 3 hospitals. And at the end you will see pm.sample. So what does it mean? It perform the Bayesian estimation. This model captures both patient level and hospital level variations. Now let me see the advantages of Bayesian methods. So advantages include that incorporate prior medical knowledge, provide fully probability distributions, work well with small data sets, and handle the hierarchical healthcare data. And what are the applications? Just like that, epidemiology, drug evaluation, healthcare policy research. So if we conclude our lecture, so what does it mean? That Bayesian methods plays a critical role in the modern health research. So what are the key concepts we have covered in it? That is prior elicitation, that is analysis before the data, before we have to data. So we have to analyze. Then we have Markov chain Monte Carlo diagnostic, and at the end we have the hierarchical models. So I hope this session is clear. In the next session we will move forward to our next topic. So thank you, have a great time, bye.